Let me be totally 100 for a second. That constant need to be helpful isn't always kindness. It's a form of self-betrayal. Have you ever felt your stomach knot up while you're smiling and saying yes, when every part of you is screaming, I don't have room for this? That ache isn't just stress, it's a signal. Somewhere along the way, you were taught that your worth was measured by how much you give, not by who you are. Today, we're going to change that old story together with the same grace and grit that has carried people from just surviving to totally thriving. To break this cycle, we first have to understand where it comes from. Life is always moving, like waves on the ocean. Some rise gentle, some crash hard, but every wave carries the chance to begin again. I'm Vanessa, and welcome to Waves of Change, a space for mindset, mindfulness, and the things that truly matter. Together we'll pause, breathe, and remember, you're never too late, and your peace is never too far. People pleasing can look like virtue, but underneath it's often an armor you forged before you even knew the word boundary. Maybe praise in your house showed up only when you were the helper, the good kid, the quiet one. So you learn, say yes, stay safe. Psychologists call this the fawn response, the shy cousin of flight, fight, or freeze. Your nervous system got good at reading every eyebrow twitch, ready to soften the conflict before it even sparkled. It was a brilliant survival skill then, but it's an exhausting life sentence now. And while that skill was crucial back then, it comes with a heavy price in your adult life. Fast forward to today's conference rooms, carpools, the group chats. You're the reliable one, the one who edits a proposal at midnight, who remembers everyone's birthday, and always keeps the peace. Meanwhile, your own dreams sit in the corner like a wallflower. The cost? A slow drip of resentment, tight shoulders at 3 a.m., and friendships that never quite reach the heart because no one meets the real you. Eventually, the body sends a bill. Migraines, burnout, that nameless Sunday night heaviness. Recognizing this cost is the first step. But the good news, y'all, you don't have to keep paying it. Patterns can be repatterned. I've sketched a quick read called 5 Friendly Ways to Say No Without Explaining Yourself. It's free, printable, and waiting for you in the description box. Tape it to where you make your morning coffee and let it keep you company while you practice. That guide is a great starting point, but let's break down the first practical tool you can use immediately. Tool 1. Start with small no's. Think of reclaiming your voice like learning a new language. Start with baby words. Tell the barista, actually, I'd prefer oat milk, please. Let that spam call roll to voicemail. You don't have to answer it. These micro no's are reps at the boundary gym. They teach your brain that the planet will keep spinning even when you disappoint a stranger. Stack enough of them up, and that alarm bell in your chest turns down just a notch. Now, once you started building the muscle with small no's, you're ready for the next tool, which is all about creating space for a conscious choice. Tool number 2, the power of the pause. Swap that reflexive, sure, no problem, for let me check my calendar and circle back. One sentence buys you time to check in on yourself and ask, do I want to do this? Most chronic helpers never slow down long enough to hear their own answer. But while you wait, weigh the true cost. Lost sleep, dollars, sanity. Often, a lukewarm maybe cools into a gentle no after a good night's rest. That pause gives you a moment to breathe. But what do you do in that moment? Well, you use it to reconnect with the one person you've been ignoring. Yourself. When you live in fawn mode, your identity can feel like borrowed clothes. So I want you to begin each morning with a 5-minute check-in. What am I feeling? What do I need? List these 3 preferences, even tiny ones. Socks that don't sag, eggs over easy, country music. Over weeks, you'll stitch together an internal compass. Most kids start building at 10, but trauma or other events may have postponed yours. As that internal compass gets stronger, you'll know what you want. The next step is having the right words to communicate it clearly. Tool number 4, script your no. Boundaries don't require a TED Talk. They don't. Keep 3 simple lines in your back pocket. I appreciate you thinking of me, but I can't. That won't work for me. I'm at capacity right now. The kids nowadays say, I don't have the bandwidth for that. I love that one. Say these words kindly and then hush. The silence may feel uncomfortable. That's the feeling of growth, not danger. People who respect you will adjust. Anyone who pushes back is showing you exactly why boundaries are so important in the first place. Having a script is one thing. Actually saying it and dealing with the internal fallout is another. So tool number 5, tolerate that discomfort. Your pulse will sprint, your palms will dampen, and that old chorus will start chanting, "You're selfish, they'll leave you." That's just your nervous system trying to protect you. Instead of fighting the wave, learn to surf it. Exhale longer than you inhale and feel your feet heavy on the floor and remind yourself, this feeling is temporary. Each ride proves that emotional storms crest and then calm. They don't destroy you. Over time, that window of tolerance widens and the no starts feeling like agency, not a free fall. This isn't just theory, y'all. It has real world results. Let me tell you about Maria. She's a junior designer who once volunteered for every committee and then fumed when she got home. After 6 weeks of practicing small no's, she declined chairing the next holiday party. Her manager simply said, "Got it," and moved on. Maria spent that reclaimed Saturday hiking with her dog, and she polished off a portfolio piece that later won her a promotion. One boundary, y'all, rewrote her confidence, her finances, and even the way she walks into a room. That ripple effect is waiting on your side of the first polite no. Maria's story shows the power of these tools when put into practice. So let's recap them because I want to make sure you get it. People pleasing isn't a character flaw. It's an old map that once led you to safety. Today, we named the fawn response and tallied its hidden tax of burnout and resentment. You don't have to live there. Now you have a full toolkit for this renovation, starting with the small reps at the boundary gym, using the pause as a sacred buffer, checking in to rebuild your inner compass. You want to keep your scripted no's like keys in your pocket, and learning to surf the waves of discomfort. Each one helps loosen the grip on that reflexive yes, turning it from an automatic gear into a conscious choice. You now have the map and the tools. All that's left is for you to understand the profound shift that happens when you start using them. You were never meant to be the permanent shock absorber for other people's lives. You were not. The child who once earned love by saying yes has grown into an adult who can choose. Each honest no protects not just your calendar, but also heals a part of you that thought love was a reward for self-erasure. Begin small, stay steady, and watch the world greet the real you with applause, not abandonment. If this gave you the first real deep breath in years, hit that subscribe button. Comment on the boundary you're practicing this week and share this video with that friend who's always swamped. Standing in your truth isn't selfish. It's the most generous gift you can offer because the people who truly care for you want the authentic version, never the exhausted pretzel version. Keep practicing the beautiful art of a gracious no. And remember, your voice matters. Your time matters. You matter. Hey y'all, I'm Vanessa, and this is Waves of Change. As always, you're never too late, and your peace is never too far. Bye.